At 9:47 p.m., the house groans like an aging memory, its wooden frame shuddering under the cold wind slipping through the cracks. Arthur Hale, 82, sits alone in the dim attic with a single lamp casting a trembling circle of light around him. Dust swirls in the air like slow falling snow. His breath is shallow, uneasy, as though his ribs hold back a tide ready to spill. Why tonight? Why, after 50 years, has he climbed those narrow steps again? And why does the box, that box, seem heavier now than it ever did before? He wipes his trembling hands on his trousers. His pulse races. 10 minutes, maybe less. He doesn't know exactly how he knows, but he does. This is the last time his heart will beat in this life, and the last time he'll have a chance to open the thing he has feared for half a century. He drags the wooden box closer, its corners worn from years of neglect. The lock is rusted, but it's not locked. It never was. He was the one locked by guilt, by memory, by the unbearable weight of what might be inside. "Let's see," he whispers, though his voice cracks like an old floorboard. "Let's finally see." Arthur hadn't meant to spend his life avoiding it. He hadn't meant to lose decades to the shadow of a single night. Yet every year, each birthday, each Christmas, each lonely New Year's Eve, the box waited quietly in the attic while he found new reasons to leave it untouched, new distractions, new excuses. But now the excuses are gone. The doctor's words still echo. "Not long, Arthur. Make your arrangements." His arrangements are here. He brushes a thumb across the lid. The wood is cool, familiar. He could describe every dent without looking. His heartbeat slows, then stutters. He doesn't have long. Downstairs, the clock ticks. Outside, a siren wails somewhere far away, swallowed by the city. He draws in a breath as the attic bulb flickers, casting long shadows that stretch like fingers towards him. Inside the box, he knows, lies the truth of the one person he never stopped loving. Arthur was 32, a teacher, a dreamer, and deeply in love with a young journalist named Marianne Cole, a woman whose laugh filled rooms and whose courage filled pages. They lived in a small apartment overlooking the river, where she wrote late into the night while he graded essays and tried to convince her not to chase danger for a story. He had asked her to marry him. She said yes. They planned a spring wedding, but she never made it to spring. Her final letter arrived the same day the police did. He never opened it. He had held it, felt the weight of her handwriting, smelled the faint trace of her perfume, but he couldn't open it, because opening it meant accepting that she was truly gone. So he put the letter in a box, placed the box in the attic, and let the seasons bury him in silence. Now, half a century later, he runs a hand through his thin white hair, steadying his breath. "I'm sorry," he whispers to the box. "I'm sorry it took so long." He opens it. The lid creaks like a sigh released after decades. Inside, neatly arranged, are things he knew were there, things he had put inside without looking properly. A photograph of him and Marianne laughing in the rain. A pressed daisy she'd tucked behind his ear on their first date. Her favorite fountain pen. And finally, at the bottom, the sealed envelope with his name written in her looping script. Arthur Hale. He swallows hard. His throat tightens painfully. He lifts the letter as gently as if lifting her hand. His heart gives another warning thump, but he forces himself to unfold the paper.
My dearest Arthur, if you are reading this, something went wrong. Something I was following. Something I shouldn't have. But promise me you won't blame yourself. I need to tell you something. Something I should have said earlier. Something I was afraid would change us. Arthur, I'm pregnant. Our child. I was waiting to tell you after tonight's interview, but I didn't want to leave without giving you the chance to know in case anything happened. Please, don't close your heart. Love again, and love our child. If I can't come home, I want our son or daughter to grow up knowing they were wanted. I love you, Arthur, with my whole life, with my whole future. Yours, always, Marianne. Arthur's breath collapses, his vision blurs, tears slip down his cheeks, warm trails in the cold attic. A child, their child. He grips the sides of the attic floor as though the world is tilting, which it is. He sobs, the kind of sob that waited 50 years to be born. He never knew. No one told him. No report mentioned it. No relative came forward. Did she never get the chance to tell anyone else? Was the truth buried with her? He presses shaking fingers to the paper. A child, he murmurs. My God, Marianne. His heartbeat falters again, more sharply this time. He tries to stand but collapses to one knee. His joints scream, his nerves spark, but he forces himself upright, steadying against a beam. He scans the rest of the box. Was there something else? Something he missed? A small silver locket glints beside the letter. He had never seen it before. He opens it. Inside is a tiny sonogram photo. His knees give way. He sits heavily, unable to breathe. How many years, he whispers. How many years did I miss? There is no name, no date, no hint of where the child went. Only silence. The attic feels colder, as if the truth itself has pulled the warmth from the room. His chest tightens, sharp, crushing. He presses a hand to it, gasping. Downstairs, the clock strikes 10 p.m. His time is almost gone. With shaking hands, he reaches for the photograph of himself and Marianne. If anyone ever sees this, he whispers, if our child is out there somewhere, I hope they lived a full life. I hope they were loved. I hope they found what I lost. He closes his eyes. If this hits you, share this story with someone who might need it today. His pulse weakens. The attic fades around him, edges softening like an old film reel losing its frame. He clutches the locket to his chest. I would have loved you, both of you. His final tear falls onto the sonogram, and then the attic goes silent.